What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to yet another Canadian Cock Talk on the Spurs Up Show, the home of all your best Gamecocks content on the internet. And it was an amazing weekend for Gamecock athletics. Let's point that out first. Gamecocks women's team wins yet another SEC championship, looks to go do big things and take home another national championship in the women's tournament this year. Congrats to them. Dawn Staley is the greatest coach of all time. And then the baseball team going on, sweeping Mercer, staying undefeated. And Gamecock athletics are looking up. As Chris has said in many of the last podcasts, Daily Crows, whatever you have it, winning is fun. Winning is fun for the Gamecocks. But I'm going to talk about something that's coming up this weekend. And what would probably come to your mind first this weekend depends on how you've shifted your mood as the seasons have changed for Carolina athletics, is you're going to think about the Carolina-Texas baseball series, huge series that we go down to Austin, Texas for. Can't wait for that. But something that's slipping under the radar and something that people have already forgotten about is this men's basketball team and this SEC tournament that is coming up. And I just want to talk about that because I'm not saying that the Gamecocks are going to go out and win it. We need to do our only chance to make March Madness is to win it. We could make it to the finals. We still would not get a berth into the tournament. It's win or bust. I'm not saying that we'll win it, but I'm saying that I like how the bracket plays out for the Gamecocks in terms of if we were to make a run, I think it lines up really, really well for the Gamecocks. So we all know the Gamecocks take on the Mississippi Rebels, Ole Miss Rebels, first game in the tournament. Ole Miss, yes, they beat us this year. They had our number this year. Ole Miss doesn't scare me, though. Like, if the Gamecocks get hot at the right times, we've shown that we can compete with some of the good teams. Again, that is if we get hot, which we have been a very inconsistent team all year. This team has looked depleted. It looks like the season's ready to be over. But I'm telling you, if this team catches fire at the right time, I think we could beat Ole Miss 100%. We could lose to them 100%. I could easily see us losing this game, but I definitely would not be shocked if we go out and beat Ole Miss in the first game. And here's why I like how this bracket plays out for us. The two teams that honestly scare me most in this whole tournament, in all the SEC, Alabama, of course, the number one seed, one of the best teams in all of college basketball, and I'm going to say Kentucky as my second team that honestly scares me the most. Now, you might be like, no, Arkansas, Tennessee, LSU, Florida even. Kentucky? Kentucky is the 8th seed here. I know Kentucky's had a bad season, but an SEC tournament where you just write off Kentucky just does not sit well with me, right? It just doesn't feel right. And I feel like Kentucky's going to have some fans go down to Nashville. Of course, it won't be that many. It won't be anything to shift the mode, but I feel like Coach Calipari is going to have his team ready. I feel like something special is going to be cooking up in that Kentucky locker room. So Alabama and Kentucky are on the complete other side of the bracket. We wouldn't face them until the finals, and they play each other early on, so we're only going to get one of them. Well, we would have anyways because we're only playing one of the finals. If we make it to the finals, if we beat Ole Miss, go on and take on LSU. We had a really good game against LSU earlier on in the season. LSU doesn't scare me. I think LSU is definitely a beatable team, so I like that. Then if we win that, we go and play Arkansas. Now, that's our first real tough matchup that I'm like, you know what? That one is maybe just an outmatch. Like, we could be really hot, and I'd still easily see us losing that game. But again, I'd rather play Arkansas than I would Alabama. So, and then if we beat Arkansas, we make it to the finals, and we probably play Alabama, in my opinion. We play Alabama or Kentucky, in my opinion. Again, that's just my opinion. You're obviously not going to think Kentucky is going to make it, but I think Kentucky has a chance, or you might even see Tennessee or Florida. That's who you're looking at playing in the finals if it gets to that point. And then if the Gamecocks win that, we're in March Madness. I think some keys for the Gamecocks to make March Madness: Kuznard, AJ, and Keyshawn Bryant have to be on another level of hot. Like, they need to be on their game. I think Minot is a guy that we've seen the last couple games. If you've been watching, if you've been tuned in, if you've been a loyal fan of this team, even though the goings get tough, you still push through. I think Minot's been a very good player, a guy that did not see that much court time at the beginning of the season ever since he transferred. But he's looked like a bright spot and maybe a bit of a spark for the bigs on the Gamecocks team. I think the bigs have got to play well. Wilden Slovek and then Minot, Jalen McCreary. I think obviously we need to play well. And I could say that, we need to score at least 80 plus points. That's going to be a key for each of these games because you're going up against some really good offensive basketball teams here. I think just mental toughness. You're written off right now. No one expects you to do well. You have nothing to lose. Go play for your coach. Go play for each other. Go out and just give it your all. Don't just write the season off. If you guys truly believe in that locker room that you guys could go out and do something special in this tournament, all I could ask for is them to do that, is for them to go out and play their best. I think something special is going to happen. Again, I don't think that they're going to win it, but I think that this Gamecock team is not going to lose first game. Now, I could be completely wrong on that, and you guys will be laughing at me after that Ole Miss game because we got smacked and lost by 30 points, but I honestly don't think that this team is going to be a first-round exit in this SEC tournament. But again, that's my opinion. That's just how I feel about this weekend. I feel like with the ups and downs of this season, the Gamecocks are just due for something good. They're due for something good to happen. So I'm marking the Ole Miss game down as a win. We will win that game, and then the rest of the tournament, who knows? Hopefully we find ourselves in March Madness. Again, very, very unlikely, but who knows? So thank you guys for watching, and definitely come back next time.